What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport and cards. I'm Dom with the great man, Saucy. How you going, brother?
I'm good, mates. I'm good. Good to be back for another episode. Hopefully, my microphone troubles of the last few weeks are maybe fixed up. Please let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening and watch this later on. Let me know. DM us if my microphone's okay. But I'm excited because this man is still putting up numbers. Dama,
I
23,
must have,
LeBron.
I must have
I'm
missed it.
not
What do you
sure.
do?
I'm not sure if you've seen. I think he had 31 points, 32 points, most points ever by a 41-year-old
Oh,
in the
here we
league.
go.
He's just breaking more records. Obviously didn't play on the back to back. Didn't play on the back to back. If he does miss one more game, he won't be eligible for all NBA team, as you would have missed too many games. So his streak of all NBA teams could be coming to an end.
It's
But
not
that's all
making it
right.
anyway.
Ah, okay. All right. Look. This is what I read. I don't think he's making it anyway.
I
But
think he
and
just wants a chip, doesn't he?
our team is all about Luka Doncic
The
and what
Don.
he's doing, the Don. But yeah, look, I'll just say what was more impressive was the alley oop dunk that he done from Luka. How high he got up, and you're just thinking,
How many of the peptides are you on?
well, yeah, it took the words out of my mouth. How many peptides are you on? Because how is he still getting up that high at 41 years old? I don't know. Um,
For
I
the
will just say this:
peptides.
like it's an entertainment business, ladies and gentlemen. It's entertainment. And when the
For the
NBA controls the
peptides.
the drug testing, yes, it does leave the door open a little bit, doesn't it? When you think
Ah, it's
about
all, it's all, hey, it's all in good faith. Ah, it's okay, mate. Who gives a shit? It's
no, well,
entertainment.
doesn't matter. It's
Mate,
entertainment, mate.
just think about it this way, ladies and gents. I know we said on this show a while back, if it came out that he was on peptides or something, like it'd be the biggest sports scandal of all time, mate. Mate, even if he has been on peptides, he still hasn't won every championship. So who cares? Who cares? And then all you Jordan lovers out there can just say he took peptides and he still couldn't get 6 chips. That's all you have to say. You don't
Yeah,
even have to say
there you
six for
go.
six anymore. All you have to say is a drug cheat. So who cares? Like he's only
It's a
got
win. It's
five.
it's a win. It's a win for them.
He's got 4 titles, like five. He's got the in-season
No,
tournament chip. He
mid-season
won that.
it counts.
That counts.
First to
That
ever do it.
counts.
First to ever do it.
Yeah. Well, the bubble title was worth about 3, he said. So he's actually got more titles than Jordan in his brain. So he's got 7.
Global. He's on the Diddy juice.
Yeah, well, the freak
Just
off.
straight baby oil. La freak off. He attended a few of those
Oh,
Diddy parties. Who
yeah, he
knows if
did.
he's
He
if
did.
he
He did.
if he's on some video footage out there somewhere of La Freak getting La Freaky.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, his is private, and then you got Zion Williamson publicly out there with every porn star under the planet. So
I'm telling you, Big Z, he might be an OnlyFans special. You got to call himself Big Z, Big Z
Big
on
Z,
OnlyFans. He
he
just
could bloody have about 25 children that he doesn't even know about. Big Z, nutcase. Absolute Lamont. Anyway, let's get to the NBA, the Eastern Conference, Saucy, and the Pistons still on top there. We've got the Knickerbockers and Boston up there as well. Toronto, Philly, all the big markets. Boston, New York, Philly. Detroit's a big basketball market as well. It's just they've been terrible for a long time. So those big four all in the top 6, because obviously we're going to look at the play-in. And then Orlando's up there. Toronto, obviously a big market in Canada as well. So pretty good in the play-in. We have the Cavs, my Heat are still there in that play-in. Atlanta, where we can touch on this for a second. You said this, Trae Young could look to make a move out of Atlanta, Source, and he's working with the franchise to secure a trade away from the Hawks by the deadline. So there you
Washington looks like Washington could potentially be the suitors. The
go.
trade that I read was CJ McCollum, Corey Kisbett for Trey Young. You'd think Washington is winning that trade essentially, but I think the Atlanta franchise has moved off Trey Young. I think they want to go forward with Jalen Johnson and the other guys that they've
Yeah.
got there, and they brought him back a few games to play to show that obviously he's still fit and able to perform, and then he's been sat on the bench since. So obviously they're protecting their investment.
I hope he doesn't go to Washington. If that's the case, and you can give that much for him, which is peanuts, if you ask me. Like, I look at my Miami Heat and I'm like, surely you throw something out there. Even Milwaukee, surely they've got something that can throw another piece at the wall. Or who in the West? The Lakers? Ever throw up a couple pieces and get Trae Young?
You reckon Trey Young and Luca would work together? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah, and you got Trey Young, Luca, and LeBron, mate. You'd be giving up 150 points a game.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point. Actually, I'm just trying to see the Heat. Yeah, no. Philly. They got Maxi. Probably can't do that. And BJ can't do that.
I don't know. I hope he doesn't go to Washington, but
Boston, they hate him there. That'd be a great one. New York, they hate him too. I'd love to see him go to a market that absolutely hates him, and then embrace him. I'm just thinking Boston and New York. Oh, New York's got Brunson that handles the ball a lot.
Won't work.
Boston. Well, no, probably not. They've tried it before. They had Kyrie Irving. It didn't work. And this guy's nowhere. This guy's nowhere near Kyrie Irving. So if it didn't work with him, it's not working with Trae Young. Anyway, it's an interesting fit. It's just like you said, he just doesn't play D source. So
well, yeah, he attempts to play D, but because he's so small, it's a bit like Stephen Curry. But the difference is with Stephen Curry, he attracts more attention than Trae Young because you can go off at any moment. You got to guard him where you can guard him. He's the best shooter of all time.
I was going to say the greatest shooter of all time.
His ability to draw defenders with him as he's moving through, cutting through, and even setting screens for other guys, it draws so much attention and allows his teammates to get good opportunities. So you can't really compare, Trae Young and Stephen Curry. They're not on the same level.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's just a fact. So, it's hard to say. They've won. Like what I'm trying to point out is, obviously you can still win with a smaller type guy, and Curry's proved that. But you do sacrifice your defense on the other end of the court. So, yeah, look, it'll be interesting to see where he goes and ends up. But if it is the Wizards, well, jeez. People thought his card prices were down now. You wait till he goes to the Wizards.
Well, it's very interesting to see. Just a few trade rumors. Jonathan Kuminga unlikely to play again for the Warriors during trade talks. Coming to an end. Obviously, Trae Young. Anthony Davis, apparently source. There's about four Anthony Davis articles saying
silly to get rid of Anthony Davis. I think they should keep him, and you get Kyrie back. You got Cooper Flag there playing put Anthony Davis at the 5. He's able to stay fit, which is always the case, always the issue with his season. If he's able to stay fit.
This Bleaker Report article reckons Michael Porter Jr. Like, these are the suggestions of
Bleaker.
Sorry, Bleaker Trading. I was thinking Bleacher Report. These are just suggestions that they think of players that probably should get moved on. You tell me yes or no. Michael Porter Jr.
Well, his stocks have risen, and I think he would be a good fit for a team that's contending because, the bloke's averaging like 25 points this season. He's showing that he can be a number 2 option if he's needed.
Next one is LaMelo Ball.
The word is Hornets do want to potentially look for options for him to trade. and see what they can get for him. I think it would be silly for the Hornets to do it. I don't know. I don't know. The issue still becomes with him is his fitness. He's always getting injured every season.
Nikola Vucevic, just as a trade piece.
Good vet. Yeah, good vet. Potentially.
His contract's coming to an end. Who else we got? Anthony Davis, it says. So, yeah, I don't know. So it says trading Davis, deciding there's no reason to bring back Kyrie Irving, tanking a little bit and giving them a chance to add AJ DeBanster, Cameron Boozer, or Darren Peterson to Cooper Flag. So, yeah. Denver Nuggets will duck the luxury tax, they're saying, so they'll probably offload a few guys. Lauri Markkanen.
Solid player.
As a nice offensive piece to add to a team.
I think he could add something.
I'm just trying to see the ones where they reckon Los Angeles Clippers will stand. Yeah, that's fine. Lakers to add a defender.
That would help.
Ja Morant. Gone. Surely.
It has to be gone.
Gone. The Heat will trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes or no?
I don't know if he's out of contract. Is it worth it? Like, just wait till he's out of contract. Really, if he's still got one more year, then maybe yeah, worth it.
He has
2 more years.
It doesn't say here. I don't know. Minnesota at a guard. New Orleans will keep Zion or get rid of Zion.
Keep him, surely.
Who else we got? Orlando duck the luxury tax. Philadelphia 76ers will be buyers. So that means that they will move off of Joel Embiid.
Ooh.
That was my big call a month
this.
ago, I think.
Yeah,
I said that.
A few weeks back.
Well, not even a month ago. 2 weeks ago, actually. So, Portland will trade Jeremy Grant.
Probably, yeah. They probably can.
Sacramento will blow it up. They'll get rid of everyone. Well, they're absolutely struggling in the West. They are currently second last in the West with such a great
last season or the season before?
Season before they were like top 5, I think, or top 4.
Where did it all go wrong?
They got Sabonis. Oh, well, now it's hello Magda. San Antonio will land one of the second tier stars. So potentially Wemby and Giannis. Or Wemby and Lauri Markkanen, just partnering them up. Potentially. Yes or no? You reckon? No?
Trae Young
maybe
traded to the Wizards. Is that confirmed, Magda? Is it? You said? I don't think it is.
Just jump on our Instagram, mate.
Just I thought.
No, I just typed in trade. I just typed in trade stuff, and it didn't say that he was traded. It'd be the first story. Considering he's a pretty good player. Oh, yeah, breaking. It actually, 5 hours ago.
There you go.
Atlanta trading 4-time NBA All-Star Trae Young to Washington for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Yeah, shams.
Go. What I said before, it was true.
Yeah.
So, there you go. He's gone. Trae Young.
What?
He's out the door. He'll be putting up 30+ points at the Wizards, taking 35 shots.
Ugh, what an absolute terrible trade, if you ask me. But anyway, that's it for the NBA source. The East is still going strong with, the West is still going strong with Oklahoma at the top. San Antonio's in second, Denver third without Jokic at the moment. The Lakers are in fourth, and then Minnesota and Houston. Phoenix are playing decent basketball at the moment, and Golden State, Portland, and Memphis as well in that playing section. Dallas, Clippers, Utah, Sacramento, and New Orleans are all outside of the play-in. All right, Sauce, I'm going to throw it to you for some EPL. And yes, Happy New Year to everyone else as well. I forgot this is actually the first show for 2026.
It is. It is. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Glad to see you all back, and double coverage is
New Year, new double coverage. Is that what we're going to look to? New Year, new double coverage?
No, still shambles, still a bunch of lemons to give.
I think
which I could be in trouble if I start giving lemons, Dom. There could be at some point I might not be able to give a lemon.
You might get done for hate speech and have to do
things are going here.
You might have to do breaks from a jail cell.
Oh, I know. The word on the street about new laws that are coming in.
Yeah, that's okay.
We'll see. We'll wait and see. So you know what? If calling someone a lemon is hate speech, we've lost our way in this world. That's all I'll say.
Well, when you're protected by Russian bots, mate, and we've got Russia on our side, I think we're pretty protected. So we've got the KGB looking after us, mate. No one's messing with us.
All right, round 19, EPL kicked off. First games were on obviously New Year's Eve, December the 31st, and then games onto the second on New Year's Day or whatever it was. But you had Burnley defeated by Newcastle 3-1, Chelsea drawing with Bournemouth 2-2, Nottingham defeated by Everton 2-0, West Ham drawing with Brighton 2-2, Arsenal absolutely demolishing Aston Villa 4-1. I was jumping up and about with that result, Bomber. Then you had your boys drawing with Wolverhampton 1-1, which is a pretty disappointing result, especially against Wolves at home. Then you had Crystal Palace drawing with Fulham 1-1, and then I'm just going to read it out like this: Liverpool, Leeds, Brentford, Tottenham, Sunderland, and Manchester City all drawing 0-0. So Liverpool, Leeds, Brentford, Tottenham, Sunderland, City 0-0. Can't believe Sunderland has kept City to a 0-0. Let me just have a look. As I always like to do with these type of games, let's just have a look at the old momentum chart. Oh geez, doesn't even look like they got over halfway in the back half of the second half. If you have a look at this,
let's see it. Bring it up.
They've just absolutely parked the bus, Sunderland. I love this stuff. They've absolutely parked the bus. Look at that. That's the only little bit of red. They got one little bit of red in the 85th minute. So from the 57th minute,
they didn't even touch the ball.
Yeah.
Good work, Sunderland. Look at the XG as well.
Yeah,
the XG was 2.3 or 2.24.
And total shots 14. 5 big chances squandered. Sunderland's done absolute beauty for my boys in that one. Always fun to look at the momentum charts in games like that.
That's great.
Leeds drawing with Liverpool at Anfield. That's a big result for them in their hopes to stay up this season as well. So we'll say that. Your boys, Doma, any comment on that game? Or are we just going to talk about after the next two rounds? Because that was round 19. There was round 20, which also has come and gone since we've had our last pod. So we'll run through the results there. You had Aston Villa defeating Nottingham Forest 3-1, Brighton defeating Burnley 2-0, Wolverhampton defeating West Ham 3-0, Bournemouth defeated by Arsenal 3-2, Leeds drawing with United 1-1, Everton defeated by Brentford 4-2, Newcastle defeating Crystal Palace 2-0, Tottenham drawing with Sunderland 1-1, Fulham drawing with Liverpool 2-2, and City drawing with Chelsea 1-1. And then we had round 21, which was yesterday and this morning. West Ham defeated by Nottingham 2-1, Bournemouth defeating Tottenham Hotspur 3-2, Brentford defeating Sunderland 3-0, Crystal Palace drawing with Aston Villa 0-0, Everton drawing with Wolverhampton 1-1, Fulham defeating Chelsea 2-1. Oh, they've done a job for you there, Fulham Doma, against Chelsea. City drawing with Brighton 1-1, Burnley drawing with United 2-2, and Newcastle defeating Leeds 4-3. And tomorrow we have a big game, which I'll be up nice and early to watch. Arsenal against Liverpool at 7 a.m. That game is still to play in round 21. A lot
I'll
has
get up
happened.
and watch that as well, to be honest.
A lot has happened, Donna. 3 rounds gone by since our last pod. And
Well,
a couple of
the biggest-
surprising results. Your
Well,
boys, 3 draws in a row.
I think the biggest news has been that Amarim was sacked. That's the biggest news that's come out since our last pod. Regardless of all the results, this is the biggest story. 3 draws. 2 draws before he was sacked. He was sacked after the Leeds game that we drew. Drew to the bottom of the table, drew to 15th on the table, and then they've shown him the door.
Second last. And now drawn to second last, Burnley.
And drawn to Burnley this morning. So he's been shown the door. He had some interesting comments to make on the way out, saying that he signed up to be the manager of Manchester United, not a coach at Manchester United. And he made some comments saying that until the board changes the way that they run things and the owners change the way they run things at the club, and he said if everyone just did their job, it would be a little bit different at Manchester United. So Darren Fletcher, obviously he's the caretaker coach at Man United, obviously ex-player. I used to love Big Fletch. Good CDM, solid player for United. Fergie used him well. He probably would never have had a career if it wasn't for Sir Alex Ferguson, to be honest. He was a decent player, but nothing amazing. But all props to him. I don't care what happens to United now because it's been stated that we're going to get our next manager appointment by June. So pretty much the rest of the season's cooked sauce. That's what they said. They're going to appoint a full-time manager in June. I just said a few things to a few people that messaged me. I haven't got back to people that have messaged me in the DMs. When I'm in the what's it called? Where I'm away. What I usually call
flow of things.
Yeah, but this undisclosed location. When I'm at that area, I don't usually. I'm on holiday mode pretty much, and just we do the pod, and I try and keep up to date as much as possible. But as I said, there'll be a list of managers that comes out source. I was saying to my mate, you have like Tuchel on there and Southgate, and you have Zidane and Ancelotti's coaching Brazil. Even that, I reckon I'd just go throw the checkbook at Ancelotti and say, don't worry about the Brazilian national team. Just come coach Man United. But they have all these names, and then they'll have some guy called Lamon that coaches in like the South American League that has won 2 years in a row. And that's the guy that United will go for. Not the proven manager. They'll just go for some guy randomly. Or, here's a funny thought source. Let's interview Solskjaer again.
I seen that. I did see that.
I'm actually shocked. If he gets the job back, this says more about the club, because you do know where my thought process is going with this, don't you? Because Solskjaer was manager, and Cristiano Ronaldo was at the club dominating. And then they sacked Solskjaer. They got in Ten Hag. Cristiano Ronaldo was bagging the way the management and the coaching with the new regime. So to show face at the football club, they made Ronaldo the scapegoat to affirm their choice in Ten Hag was correct. So then we got rid of Solskjaer and Ronaldo, and we've been shit to then come back to the guy that you sacked because he was no good. And you lost Ronaldo
too.
But in saying that, Ronaldo would have eventually gone to the Saudi League anyway because he is the king of Saudi Arabia. But what I'm saying is we could have actually just had him for the season, played it out and helped us. So instead you backstabbed a legend of a legend of the club in Solskjaer, played for the club, legend of the football club, and then you backstab arguably the greatest player to ever play for the club and the greatest player of all time, to then come back around to start where it all went downhill again from scratch.
Shambles, isn't it? When you say it like that.
I'm actually confused at what's happening. So we're going to get Anthony back and Sancho and Pogba and Rashford. I'm very confused, Sauce. I don't know. As my mate always keeps saying to me, he goes, Manchester United is the poison chalice of the English Premier League and the footballing world. It's a poison chalice because they just keep thinking whoever's going to take the reins is going to be Sir Alex Ferguson. There's only one Sir Alex Ferguson. There'll never be anyone like him again. So that's it. It's a poison chalice. That's all I have to say. We're fucked. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Mate,
but we're still ahead of Chelsea, mate.
Yeah, well,
come on.
As you said that, I was about to bring it up. The Premier League table as it sits.
Let's go.
21 rounds. With one game yet to play, which is tomorrow, Arsenal versus Liverpool at 7 a.m. So get up and tune into that one. Arsenal still sits on top with a game in hand, Doma. 5 points clear of Manchester City.
Good.
A win tomorrow could send us 8 points clear. Then City's on 43 points.
We played
Aston
them
Villa's
next.
the third on 43. You got Liverpool fourth on 34 points. You got Brentford fifth on 33
Chelsea.
points. Then sixth, Newcastle. Seventh, United. Eighth, Chelsea. So at the moment, Doma, you're getting 3 jerseys, and Manny is going to have to pay up.
It's triple or nothing. If he wins, he gets 3 jerseys. If I win, if he wins, he gets 3 jerseys. If I win, I get nothing, and Manny gets nothing. And it's just so I don't pay up. It's literally I don't pay up.
Oh, jeez. All right, it's a raw deal for Manny. I don't know why he would agree to that.
Because he's a lemon.
He could get a lemon at the end of the year if Chelsea fumble it. He might get a lemon. And then under Chelsea in 8th, you've got Fulham in 9th, Sunderland in 10th, and then in the relegation, Wolves 7 points, dead last. Burnley 13 points, 19th, and West Ham 14 points on 18. Nottingham is 4th last on 21 points. Still 7 points clear of relegation, and Leeds are 8 points clear of relegation. So, yeah, a bit of a fight there at the bottom. We hope West Ham can get out of there. It'll be interesting to see who drops in there. I think only really Leeds will probably be the only other team, and Nottingham, that can drop into the relegation. But enough about that. We got a big game tomorrow. So we will tune into that, ladies and gentlemen, and that rounds out round 21 of fixtures, and then it goes into round 22 of fixtures, which kicks off. Well, you know what? Round 22 of fixtures, Dom, kicks off next weekend, so we can preview those next week on the show when it's before then. So we'll do that then.
Very nice. You know what the crazy thing is here? Global says Ronaldo, captain coach. By the time his career's over in the Saudi League, and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia pays him out $1 trillion just for helping them secure the World Cup as the next one, he'd probably just come and buy Manchester United.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. He's going to buy it, and you know what's going to happen when he buys it? The Crown Prince or a sheik with all money, Ronaldo will buy 55% of the club, and then the other 45% will be owned by an oil sheik. He'll buy the full club and then get paid out for half. Make half his money back. That's what's going to happen. That's not going to happen, but that's what I'd love to see. It'd be hilarious. He just boots out the Glazers, gets rid of everyone, and then just turns it into the club that it was meant to be, with a winning culture and a mentality. But anyway, let's get on to the NFL source, because the wildcard weekend begins on the 11th, which is tomorrow?
3 days?
3 days, sorry. Sunday.
Sunday.
So we've got Rams, Panthers, Packers, Bears, Monday is Bills, Jags, 49ers, Eagles, Chargers, Patriots, and January 13th on the Tuesdays, Texans versus Steelers. Clinch playoff spots go to Denver and Matty Cams as Seattle Seahawks. So he'd be pretty happy that they have a clinched playoff spot. But the wild card round begins this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in, watch some great football. And that's pretty much it. I think the college football playoffs are on at the moment as well.
Good. The game times are absolutely beautiful, from what I understand here, Doma.
Yeah, there'll be good times.
5 a.m., 8:30. Then you got 12 p.m. kickoffs as well. They're not like very early. You got one 5 a.m. kickoff. And then
Saturday we've got college. Tomorrow we have the college football playoff source. So Ole Miss versus 6th seed Ole Miss versus Miami as the 10th seed. And then on Saturday, we've got number 1 seed Indiana versus number 5 seed Oregon. The winners of those two games will play off for the college football championships on Tuesday, the 20th of January, source. So Saturday, college football playoffs. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, wildcard weekend. So a lot of football.
Plenty of
American
awesome football to tune in, ladies and gents, which is good to see.
Any UFC on the cards or no UFC?
No, UFC next card is on the 25th of Jan. So
we've got a bit more time, mate.
That in a few more weeks. It's a good one, but we'll wait a few more weeks to preview that. But yeah, it's a bit thin on a few actions. You've obviously got the cricket. We wrapped up the Ashes 4-1. Doma, done, dusted. We were hoping for a whitewash, but 4-1, we'll take it. With arguably not, we had injuries, we had troubles. The GOAT only played, I think, 2 tests out of the 5. Did Lion. So look, it was a demolition in the end from the Aussies. What can we say? And yeah, I think the next Ashes series is over there next year. It plays back to back, and then it has a break for a couple of years. Is that right? Yeah, is that
yes, I think so. But yeah, it was just too good. Too good, the Aussies. We gave the Poms a consolation prize. It was good to see Steve Smith make another Test century in Sydney. It's always good seeing Smitty make runs, that's for sure. And Travis Head, just player of the series, just absolutely dominated England.
It's looking good. Obviously, we had Khawaja's retirement, where he absolutely talked trash.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure if you've seen the interview. He's pretty much just given
the press conference.
Yeah.
Oh, when he retired.
When he retired, he's just pretty much just given Australia a backhander.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just said it's pretty much because of his race and religion and all that type of stuff as well. And but then he did thank them for giving him an opportunity. Honestly, it was really weird. I'm with you. It was really odd. It was like
he did thank them, but then I don't like.
And then flamed them.
Also, yes, he flamed them in the same interview. The same press conference. But I just,
weird.
Obviously he's saying because of his race and things. That's why he was treated harshly, mate. Like, do people have short-term memories, him included? Like, David Warner was like the most hated Test cricketer of all time by so many people, right? Like,
yeah, but it wasn't race or religion based. I understand that, but like, you got to remember, he wasn't picked because his form was absolutely shit.
Well, yeah.
He only made it back in because we took him to the subcontinent and he absolutely dominated against spin in India and helped us win the series. Like, that rejuvenated his Test career again. But he was putting up Cam Green spud numbers.
Yeah, I know before that, right? And you're going to cop criticism because you're a professional athlete and you're in a performance-based industry. So if you don't
That's
not
right.
perform, you're going to cop criticism. So, you know, I just find it difficult. You know, these professional athletes, like you're going to cop criticism. You know, like you shouldn't be racially vilified. 100% I agree with you. Like
I
if
agree with
someone's
that. I agree with
saying
that.
something, you know, that degrades your religion or degrades your ethnicity or your color
Yeah.
of your skin, right? That's wrong, right? But you know, he copped criticisms over his performance and other things, and I think, yeah, I found it a bit bizarre for his press conference
I'll be
and the
honest with you.
way
I just
he
yeah.
executed his whole exit. It was, you know, he's been a good, you know, a good player, a good test player for Australia. But yeah, I just found that whole thing bizarre. And also, you know, you know, he got criticised for playing a game of golf before the first test. Like, why wouldn't you get criticised? Because then you hurt your back in the first test. Like, maybe you shouldn't have played golf the day before. You know what I mean? Like, of course you're going to get criticised. Just like no different to when someone said to me, you know, Maxwell, he injured his back playing golf the week of before the World Cup. You know, the one day World Cup, and he was out for the whole tournament or something, right? And he copped massive criticism. You're going to cop it when you make those decisions. You're going to put yourself in that position to cop criticism.
Yeah.
Um,
Comes with the
so
public limelight of being an athlete, as you said, Source. Football players cop it every week.
yeah,
So it's just one of those things. Like,
yeah. Look,
yeah.
yeah. Look,
Because the
every
reason why that annoys me, the reason that why that annoys me a lot, is because the Australian cricket team made concessions, and rightfully so, for his religion. Obviously around alcohol and stuff. If you remember the World Cup when we won the World Cup, the
yeah,
alcohol spray,
yeah,
Pat Cummins said, "Don't spray the alcohol because of Uzi in respect for his religion of
yeah,
like being Muslim." They did the photos and everything, and then Usman got up and he said, "Boys, I'm going to move out of the way now." And they did the alcohol spray. You know, they made they looked after him and embraced his culture and his ethnicity, and not for anything. That's what the Australian cricket team should be. It shouldn't be all Australians in there. You know what I mean? They come from varying backgrounds. It's a good representation of what our country is. You know what I mean? Like I just don't like that because I remember watching him when he was struggling, and I didn't once turn around and go, "Oh, this guy is he believes in this, and this is his faith, and he shouldn't get a game." I turned around and went, "This guy can't make runs. He's a detriment to the Australian side. He needs to get dropped to go work on his craft and come back and get better." And he did. He got picked, Source, went to India, dominated, practically put the team on his back, and it's a great, good news story. Like, you can't persist with someone in a performance-based industry when you're not making runs. You're a batsman. That is your job. You are a full-time batsman. You might do a part-time bowler of spin here and there to get the over rate over, but like, look at
yeah.
Marnus Labuschagne. Marnus Labuschagne was under so much scrutiny coming into this series. He's struggling to make runs. He went back and played county cricket before the series started. He made a couple hundreds, but you know that just lessened the talk around him. But you think about the whole series. Did he really play that well? So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that. I just don't like it because without the opportunity given from the Australian cricket team, there wouldn't be Usman Khawaja, Source.
Here we go. We've got the hobby fave on IG, who's our friend from way back.
Yeah.
And he actually says, what do you say? Who cares if it's wrong? These guys get paid millions. Get over it.
That's right. They asked him, well.
That's what he reckons. I look, part of me, you know, agrees that, you know, that opportunity has also allowed him to build up a $9 million property portfolio across the country, Doma. So he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this shit. And in all honesty, all that talk obviously has come out in a time where you put the pieces together. Something happened in this country, happened to revolve around his community, and like I don't think that helped at all. Trying to push that agenda because that's the agenda of what everyone else was pushing in the media. So anyway, I think it was done in poor taste. From a classy guy, your send off was in poor taste. I've always thought he was the highest level of a leader, very well spoken, but I was disappointed in the way he went. Spoke for an hour and practically, like you said, thanked them and then flamed the shit out of them. So pretty disappointing. It's not the example that you'd think he'd set for young cricketers, if you ask me. But
yeah, not really also the thing that we talk about, but I think it's relevant.
It's disappointing. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, like good, good on, like obviously good on you for where you've achieved and where you've got to. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure, like many people would have been told they wouldn't, amount to anything in life, whatever it may be, whatever they want to achieve, and they've overcome those adversities and made something for themselves, right? So congratulations on overcoming those adversities and becoming an elite athlete and making millions of dollars. Like, that's with that also comes criticism when you're not performing. So you can't have everything, can you, Dom?
Like, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. Anyway, we've said it. Anyway. We've said it number one on this show. I think it was you're right to bring it up. We've always said it number one on this show. You don't like politics and sport, and the other thing we don't like in sport is using a race card or a religion card, unless there is hard facts that Cricket Australia did this to you based on your race and religion. If you've got the hard facts and you're going to bring it to light,
hard facts like you've heard, like you've got recordings or
like Vinny Jr. getting racially vilified by the supporters, and it was all on tape, and they were calling him this and all that because he's Brazilian, but he's also he's black. You know what I mean? All the crap that they were saying to him. If you've got hard evidence, I'm all ears. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it, mate. Like you said, you've been given a great opportunity in a great country, for the best. You played in a team that was at stages of your career the best in the world as a team. And unfortunately, you've made it out to be an individual's issue in a team sport, which is quite sad and disappointing. But anyway, on that note, Source, there's probably a comment somewhere of someone said something.
His hobby faves, he said, even with hard facts, we don't care. Shut up and count your monies.
I love it. All right. Let's move on to hobby talk, because talking about counting monies in hobby talk, you've got a great story for us, because this guy's counting his money.
He's counting his money massively, and I'll bring it up, Dom. I'll bring up I screenshotted this from Mr. AIH. He shared this.
Oh, here he is. He's back.
He took a screenshot and shared this, and you'll see the screenshot. It's of a screenshot of who we've featured this guy on the show before, Sam_Nubs, on a previous time, doing some dubious activity, and here he is again. Thanks to my man Lewis for tags this bloke on IG for the nice cleanup. This was BGS 9.5 with all subgrades 9.5s. Decided to crack centre PSA. That didn't work, so went back to Beckett and to pray I get my 9.5 back. And bang, bang, candy gang. Lewis is a magician. If you even need a guide card prepped, here's your guy. And what did he know? What do you know? He got 3 subgrade 10s and 1 9.5, and he got promoted from a 9.5, what he had before, to a Beckett BGS 10, and the card in reference is a Patrick Mahomes number to 10 gold, Prism Gold rookie auto from 2017. And that card would be worth, I don't know, $500,000. I'm just going to throw that number out there. Anyone feel like a better number what that would be? Maybe $1 million. I don't know. But yeah, look. Crazy stuff. And just goes to show you, right? Do the old Kurtz spray your daddle, shine it up, spit on that thing and give it a little clean. And if you don't get the grade you want, just crack it and resend it to the other one. You don't get the grade you want, we're just going to clean a little bit more, crack it and send it to the other one. And you know what? Eventually, we're going to get the grade we want.
It's
Just
so cool.
I mean, the difference in monetary value from a 9.5 to a BGS 10 is massive, especially on a card like that. So, anytime someone says card prep for grading, I feel like I should call the FTC. So it's dubious, isn't it? All this card prep, card grading, and funny enough, we say it's like you want to be careful when you're buying cards off people. Should you potentially, are they using these products? How do you know? It's funny because you see someone selling the product. Should you assume that they are using it? Most likely, Dom. Most likely,
100%. You can't assume that people aren't using it now.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. You are silly for thinking that more people aren't doing this than that are.
Well, if you're not using card care, then you're pretty much it's like frowned upon not to use it now.
Well, the first time I ever seen this sort of thing was seeing someone on an IG Live, and this goes back, 7 years now, on IG Live doing, getting some car product polish. It's used to like polish out little faint dents in your car, and getting a bit of that on a microfiber, putting that into the card, and then rubbing it in with a bit of microfiber, then wiping it away, and showed me what it did on the IG, and I was just on the IG Live, and I was just like, wow, like people are doing this stuff. Like, isn't this bad for the cars? And I'm thinking back then, and then it's evolved into Kurt's Cum Care, and now you've got, the Australian one, All Mate Card Repairs, who does it and who sets up the Australian shows. You got Rejuva-Kit or whatever it's called here in Australia as well, that sell the juicing kits to juice up the cards. Look, we don't know what this stuff does to the cards long term, especially if it's encapsulated. So, look, it's just, you got to think that isn't a $500,000 card, and someone's applied wax or some sort of cleaning to it.
Cum care.
That card, yeah, this card, the Mahomes, the one we just brought up. And he's going to maybe on-sell that to someone. And if you're holding that as an investment, as people are saying, that these type of cards are, especially that Mahomes, where there's only 10 of them in the world.
It's bloody fun.
How can you feel safe in your investment?
Yeah.
How can you feel safe in it?
I don't know.
It's
bad, bro.
I feel like it's like selling someone a bar of silver, 99.9 point. It's supposed to be 999.5 fine silver, right? When you buy a bar, right? It's like selling it to them at 900.5, and then telling them it's 999 quality, and it's not 999 quality. You understand? Like, it's not a full bar of silver. Like, that's the same way I think about this. Like, it's not the true grade because it's been manipulated by the shining stuff and by that wax shit that are in that. Like,
it's cool.
It grinds me, Dom, because one day I'm gonna buy a big Kobe card that's probably gonna cost me $20,000. How can I feel safe? Fucking buying that flawless patch auto that I want to buy, that someone hasn't fucking tried to juice it up, it's just frustrating. And I want to hold that card forever, right? Just frustrates the shit out of you.
What are you gonna do? Everyone's doing it. This is what we said, mate. That this hobby is the wild, wild west. So what's good for one is good for all, really. So. And he boasts about juice. Yeah, that's what everyone does. Yeah, the guy that got the Wemby 10 said you think Kurt's Cum Care in the PSA office.
Come on, we forget about that. The cross-up collector.
That's the greatest of all time, bro.
That's the pissed.
Anyway,
I wish I had that video. I wish I had that video. So
you had another one in the group too that you sent me. A weighed box of Inception. Was it Inception?
Yes, I'll bring it up.
What's happened here?
And I had to take a screenshot. So here we go, Doma. This guy ordered a box of Inception directly from Tops.
Yeah.
Tops Inception, and he's posted it. What are we thinking, guys? Is this worth ripping? It's 68 grams, and he's posted it on a scale. Now, the post got removed because he was getting absolutely flamed. But you, Sir Adam Coppice, brother, you, sir, are a lemon. Absolute lemon.
That was one of the most interesting lemons you've ever given. Your microphone shat its pants.
Yeah, I think my microphone. There. Yeah, I know. I think it did because I've got it turned up because I was too low last week. So then I was yelling high.
Well, congratulations though to Adam Coppice as being the first lemon of 2026.
I know you've got the first lemon. I don't know who he is. He posted on this Panini/Tops Cards group on Facebook, and I seen it, and I had to take a screenshot because you're a lemon. You're a lemon. If you are getting boxes from Tops and doing this sort of shit, you may as well just be CT scanning them because it's just as bad. Don't be weighing your boxes. That's scum behavior. You get your box. If you want to rip it, you rip the box. If you don't want to rip it, you put it online and you sell it to someone else. You don't weigh it. You don't scan it. You don't be a dirty grub because that's grub behavior, Mr. Coppice. And that's why you got a lemon. And I can't believe people actually do that shit. It's no difference to you going to weigh your Pokemon packs or your One Piece packs. That's why you got to be careful. I think, one I seen was OP13, the new One Piece. There was blisters about and people worked out that you could weigh the blister because it had God packs and the heavy blister that was like over this much amount had the God pack. So people were getting all these OP13 blisters, weighing them, only opening the heavy ones over that because they knew it was a God pack, and then reselling the rest of the packs to other people, which is just mental, if you ask me, Doma. So, yeah, I cannot believe the complete grub behavior that goes on in this hobby at times. It's disgusting.
I can believe it. Saucy. We can end on a good note though, because Saucy, I was driving down from the undisclosed location. Sorry, I'm trying to find my Stanley knife, which I can't find. But I was driving home from an undisclosed location today.
Yeah.
And near that undisclosed location is Flagship TCG, which, if you remember, they've been in a couple shows now, but if you remember, I told the story about buying some packs from them at Rosebud. So here's their shop, big array of acrylics in there to buy, singles, had that little thing there with like some other games, but they had boxes in there, some pops, graded cards here as well. Pretty cool. That was from Sonny. He sent that to us. We got tagged in, but bit of a look inside the shop. Great layout. Easy to spot those singles, obviously, inside the cabinets. They obviously revolve more around Japanese Pokemon. I reckon 90% was Japanese, which is pretty good. Something really different to most TCG shops. So, yeah, I met Judy there who was working at the store. She was really helpful and really lovely, which was great. And, of course, I went in and I bought something.
Of course you did.
Chinese
Gengar?
Pokemon. Yeah, this is
Chinese
obviously
box,
with the special Gengar full art. But, yeah, it was good. And if you want to take 15 minutes, I'm going to rip it. I didn't buy it as a put away and collect. I bought it as let's rip this shit. It's double coverage. It's 2026, and we're gonna hit a bang up straight off the bat. And then
here we go. I didn't even know he was gonna rip it. He told me he bought a box. I didn't know he was gonna rip it on the show.
Where the hell did I just put? I mean, I've lost my marble here.
Out on me here. I'm not gonna tell him not to rip it.
Card supplies, obviously. I needed some more penny sleeves. And then Saucy's been looking for these for his
Yeah, I've been looking at
acrylics.
those.
So I did my boy a solid and got him a pack of those, which I'll be giving to him. I'm going to, what's Goon Collector say? Going to be honest, while people buy hobby boxes, I'm buying retail. No one's buying retail while everyone's getting ripped off with hobby. Yeah, my conspiracy is I think that there are better cards hidden in retail. Interesting. Yeah, you can make
There's
that
been some
argument.
good retail cards hit.
You can make that argument. Make a case for that for sure. All right, Sauce. Tell you what, the box is really nice and shiny. Very shiny. All right, what do we got? It's Japanese. So we've got the pull tab over here. If I can open it. There we go. Well, just open the whole box. Get rid of this. Opens up like a little book. If you watch Double Coverage Breaks, you'll know. Here's the packs, all the acrylics. I might keep a couple of these actually to put for my series when I get back to actually posting the videos. And now I've become pro Sauce in opening these, thanks to our good friend Vinny. All right. I used to struggle. Look here. Look, this is how good I've become at it now. Look at these perforated dots. All right. I remember I used to cut every pack. You just come in here. Well, if I can open it, I can't even open it, but you just pull on the perforation, bang.
Easy
There is 4 cards per pack, and they're all hits. So, like reverse hollow. So there's Gardevoir, Lycan Rock. It's a pretty cool looking variation. It's Ceruledge. And last card is Darkrai. Some come with a special stamp on them, which I'm sure we're going to hit at least one of the cards that has that. Bust out the pack scanner.
Well, they'd all go off in that one because it's reverse hollows in that.
It's all hollows. Hollows, reverse Absol.
It definitely works with Japanese, the scanner.
Mimikyu. This is Houndoom, and we've got a hit at the back here. Houndoom EX.
How's the quality of the cards? Does it feel more like Japanese style quality?
Yeah, a bit like Jap. The back's obviously like the English.
Yeah.
But nice. They're nice cards. And it's got, I like the back of these packs. It tells you here. You see the stars on the back?
Yeah.
3 stars, 1.81% chance of hitting it. And that's obviously a big card. So 50% chance on the dot, 25% chance 1 diamond, 18.5 for a star, 4.7 for 2 stars, and 1.8 for 3 stars. So you want the stars, mate. That's what you want, the superstars.
Here we go. We want the Gengar. That's what we want.
If we get the Gengar, I'll lose my shit. Why not? Here is Gengar. Nice, just a reverse hollow there. Gardevoir. Meowth. That's a nice looking Meowth. I like this parallel. It's pretty cool. And the last card is a Chandelure, and it's got the Pokemon stamp on it.
Very nice.
So those go for... I hit one when I opened those packs, and I think the holo was like a $2 card, and then the one with the stamp was like, at the time, a $10 card.
Okay.
So there was a decent...
on the stamps.
Yeah, there's a premium on the stamp. And you can find all of this on the Double Coverage eBay store. That's where it's all going to be going. It's all going there, mate. All right, we've got a hit in this one. I'll just have to do it this way. Ceruledge. Cubone. Absol. And the Gardevoir EX. How many packs? There's actually a few packs. I'll try and speed through these and get to the hits for everyone.
Come on.
No. Here we go. Miss Magus. And then nothing. Just a Houndstone.
This is the first product I've ever seen where every card's at least a reverse holo.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I only know this because I bought a couple packs from Flagship at their pop-up store. It's all similar cards. I'll just get to the hits. Mimikyu with the star pattern holo. And then Lycan Rock EX. That's a 1-star card. So that's your 18%er. We don't want 18%ers. We want the 8%ers or the 4% or the 1.8%ers on the hit rate. Another Meowth. That's the hit. Star pattern. It's actually pretty cool. I might use this Meowth in the series. Looks pretty good.
Here we go.
Clefable, just a Lycam Rock star pattern. Holo.
They did announce the new set name. I forgot what it was called. The new English set that's coming
I
out.
did see it. It looks pretty shit, but it is what it is. Banner. There you go. Nothing special there. Struggling here. Box set me back $105. Sauce, but it's all right. At least you have the enjoyment of ripping something cheap, I guess. Miss Major star pattern. They had Korean Pokemon cards there as well. Jap, Chinese. So they had an assortment, which is pretty cool. Houndstone and then Darkrai EX, which are pretty cool looking card, to be honest. What have I got? There's still plenty of packs left. Jeez, you get a few packs in this.
Looking glim at the moment.
No, I'll hit the Gengar in a second and then it'll be all worth it. Darkrai.
That's what we all say in the next box.
The next pack, yeah. The luck of the game. To actually hit the stuff is pretty mental. Oh, I like this card. This is going straight into my PC. Gengar star pattern holo source.
Very nice.
Looks nice.
The cards look good.
The cards look great. What have we got? 5 packs left to hit something. Do you reckon I've got any chance of hitting the thing? I don't. I reckon I'll click here.
In there. All in there.
No,
Believe it.
Gardevoir star pattern as the hit. You'll know if I hit it.
You go off.
There's no Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. here sleeping to worry about. If I hit it, I'll lose my shit. Oh, that's a nice card. Not what we wanted, and that means we're definitely not going to get the Gengar, but whoop, what have I done? Accidentally
You've hit that. That's all right. There you go.
There we go. Full art, the Houndstone. Nice looking card, and that's a 3-starer. There it is, Source. We're definitely not going to hit the Gengar. There's a Gengar mat he's lying on a Gengar mat, and there's a Ghastly mat, so it's the closest thing to Gengar as we're going to get. So I'll take it. 3 packs left, and there's going to be pretty much nothing unless there's another big surprise, but I doubt it. Nah, Chandelure stars. Another shout out to Vinny. Thanks again, mate, for showing me how to open these packs. Another Chandelure and last pack Mojo.
You can officially say you're a professional now.
Yeah. Just what do we got? There's a giant print line, I think, in this, but the Clefable EX. I don't know if you can see there.
Where's the print line?
It's hard to see, but it's very faint. Anyway,
there you go.
That was my hit. bit of a box rip
Go
start
check 'em out if you're down the
2026.
Peninsula, flagship TCG in Rosebud, is it, Dom?
Rosebud sauce just behind the
Yeah.
Bunnings in like the business district. So check them out. Nice little store. Obviously, they've been open for a few weeks now, and they're looking to obviously increase their stock. A nice little thing that they told me, Source, is that they actually have the upstairs in the premises as well, and they're going to be bringing gameplay at some stage to their store in 2026, which is really exciting. Obviously, you need to try and get that. They said, "Oh, we're going to do gameplay," and yeah, I was really happy for them to say that. It gives them a space for people to come and play on the Peninsula Source, which is awesome. So,
good to see. Give them the opportunity to hopefully also get some relationships with distributors.
the biggest thing on the cards this year is you're going to start playing in tournaments. So,
well, yeah. Apparently, I'm one. What, Pokemon? I need it.
Yeah, let's go, mate. Let's build your deck, mate. We'll build your deck.
I downloaded the game. I downloaded the app on my phone. I actually haven't opened it in a few weeks, but I need to open it. The Pokemon TCGP app to learn how to play properly. Starting off with that, and then obviously go into paper games. That would actually be my goal, to learn how to play.
I should check this Houndstone. What do you reckon it is? $5?
$5. Chinese.
What's the chat think? Anyone in the chat want to have a guess? If I can find it. The other variation, it's not even in collector.
It's Chinese, mate. You got to check 130 point.
No, I've added Chinese cards before from here.
Okay.
So, interesting. Anyway, no stress, ladies and gents. On that note, keep living, loving, and breathing sport and cards. I'm Dom with the great man Sauce. It's double coverage, and peace out.
Like and subscribe. Join our Facebook groups, breaks, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.